Two developers use Claude Code the exact same way. Same tasks, same size code base. One pays $13 a day, the other pays over $60. Same model, same plan. The difference isn't skill, and it's not code quality. It's what happens before Claude even starts typing, and almost nobody checks it. You've probably hit a usage limit mid-task with no idea why. Anthropic's own data says the average developer spends $13 a day on Claude Code, but for 1 in 10 users, that number blows past $30 a day. Same kind of work, wildly different bill. That gap isn't about typing more. It's about what's sitting inside your context window on every single turn. Files Claude already read. Tool results it already saw. A memory file it reloads every session, whether you need it or not. Here's the part that stings. You're paying full price for tokens you don't even remember sending. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly where that money leaks. Straight from Anthropic's own cost documentation, not guesses. 5 techniques, sourced straight from the people who built the thing. So what actually costs money? Not your typing, your context. Every message carries the entire conversation with it. Every file Claude opened, every command it ran, every previous answer, sent again in full, every single turn. Picture your context window as a restaurant tab that never closes. Order coffee at 10 in the morning. By 6 that evening, the waiter still rereads the coffee, the lunch, all of it, just to add your evening dessert to the bill. That's not a bug. These models have no memory between requests except what you resend them. Anthropic says it plainly in their own docs. A one-line question, sent late in a long session, still bills for the whole thing. You're not paying for what you say. You're paying for what Claude has to reread to understand you. Technique 1. Let the cache actually do its job. Claude Code caches your context automatically. Anthropic charges just 1/10 the price to reread something it's already seen. That's a 90% discount. Most developers assume that discount just happens no matter what they do. It doesn't. Caching only works if the start of your context stays identical between requests. Think of it like a photocopier that remembers the last page you fed it. Feed it the exact same page again, and it copies instantly, almost free. Change one word at the top of that page. Now it scans the whole thing fresh, full price. Your CLAUDE.md, your system instructions, your tool list, that's the top of your page. Keep that prefix stable, and cached reads cost 90% less. Here's the catch nobody mentions. Writing to the cache the first time costs 25% more than normal. Restart a cold session for every tiny task, and you're quietly paying more, not less. Technique 2. Stop defaulting to the biggest model. The common assumption, bigger model, better result, every time. So just default to Opus for everything. But Opus for a one-line bug fix is like hiring a law firm partner. Just to answer, what time do you open? You'll get a correct answer. You'll also get billed the partner's hourly rate. Anthropic's own guidance is direct here. Sonnet handles most coding tasks well and costs less than Opus. Save Opus for genuinely complex architecture decisions. It goes further for subagents. Spin one up just to run tests or grep logs. Set it to Haiku, the cheapest model in the lineup. That subagent's job doesn't need deep reasoning. It needs to run a command and report back. Everything so far is context you can see. But there's a cost running before Claude even starts typing an answer. Billed at full output price. Almost nobody has ever looked at it. Technique 3. The invisible charge, extended thinking. It's on by default, and every thinking token bills at the output rate, the expensive rate. On Opus, a 10,000 token thinking budget alone can run around 75 cents. Before Claude gives you a single line of code, for a quick fix, that reasoning budget is often overkill. Lower it, drop your effort level, or set the max thinking tokens variable. Simple problems still get solved. For a fraction of the output cost, Technique 4 tackles a second invisible cost, verbose tool output. Claude reads a 10,000-line log file to find one error. The entire file enters your context, even the 9,000 irrelevant lines around it. Anthropic's own fix is a hook, a script that filters output before Claude ever sees it. A massive log file becomes a few hundred tokens of actual errors. Same idea with subagents. Delegate log reading, test running, doc fetching to a subagent. Only its short summary returns to your main conversation. The noise stays in a context window. You're not paying to reload, turn after turn. Let's put a number on all this. Across enterprise deployments, Anthropic reports the average user spends about $200 a month. That's the baseline. Stack these techniques: a stable CLAUDE.md prefix, the right model for the job, a trimmed thinking budget, hooks that filter noise, subagents for grunt work. Do all 5, and you're not fighting that number. You're bending it. Now, the honest limitation: none of this is a free lunch. A stable cache prefix means you can't casually reorder your CLAUDE.md every session. Change the top of that page, and you pay full price again. Aggressive parallel agents have a ceiling too. Agent teams run multiple Claude instances together. They use roughly 7 times the tokens of a single session, especially in plan mode. More agents isn't automatically cheaper. It's a trade: speed and parallelism for real token cost. 2 commands make this visible instead of theoretical. /usage shows your live spend and exactly what's eating it. /context shows what's actually sitting in your window right now. Check both before you assume the model got worse. Usually, it's not the model, it's the tab you forgot was still open. If you watched my video on why Claude Code forgets mid-session, you already know half of this. Context management and cost management are the same problem, wearing different price tags. Fix one, and you fix the other. If you want the full playbook for running Claude Code like an engineer, subscribe. Next up, I'm building a custom sub-agent team from scratch and pricing every single one of them out loud.